Hearse drivers refused to take Navalny's body to Moscow funeral, Putin critics team say. Alexei Navalny pictured in February 2019. CNN attempts to hire Hearse to take the body of Alexei Navalny body to his funeral have been thwarted by unknown people, the Russian opposition leaders team said Thursday. Spokeswoman Kyra Yaremins claimed that drivers had been called by unknown people and threatened not to take Navalny's body anywhere. Yaremish said she had been told that no Hearse agrees to take the body there. Navalny's team also encountered the difficulty hiring the venue for his funeral, which will be held at 2 p.m. local time Friday at the Church of the Icon of the Mother of the God in Moscow's Maryino district, where the opposition leader lived. He will then be buried at Borisov Cemetery, the Church of the Icon of the Mother of the God in Moscow, where Navalny's funeral will be held. Many venues claimed that they were busy or refused to booking once Navalny's name was mentioned, while one venue explicitly said they were forbidden from working with Navalny's team. Yaremish said Tuesday the team had initially planned the public welfare and funeral for the late Russian opposition leader for Thursday, but were told there were no available cemetery workers who can dig the grave, said Ivan Zhidanov, the director of the Navalny's Anti-Corruption Foundation, on Wednesday. Navalnaya blames Putin for her husband's death. Navalny died on February 16 in the penal colony in Siberia where he was serving a 19-year sentence after being found guilty of creating an extremist community, financing extremist activities, and various other crimes in August. He was already serving sentences of 11 and a half years in the maximum security facility on fraud and other charges he had always denied it and claimed were politically motivated. The Russian prison service said Navalny felt unwell after a walk in his Siberian penal colony and almost immediately lost consciousness. Navalny was Russia's highest-profile opposition leader and spent years criticizing Putin, who has been in power for nearly a quarter of the century, at great personal risk. His death came weeks before the country's presidential elections scheduled to begin nationwide on March 15, which is widely seen by the international community as a little more than a formality that will secure Putin a fifth term in power. Navalny's death was met with grief and anger across the world as well as inside Russia, where the smallest acts of political dissent carry huge risk. He's returned to Russia in 2021 from Germany, where he had been treated after being poisoned with Novichok, a Soviet-era nerve agent. On arrival, Navalny was swiftly arrested on charges he dismissed as politically motivated and spent the rest of his life in prison. His wife, Yulia Navalnaya, has blamed Russian President Vladimir Putin for her husband's death. Putin killed my husband, she said during a speech at the European Parliament on Wednesday. On his orders, Alexei was tortured for 3 years, she added, a reference to the time Navalny spent in prison. He was starved in tiny stone cell, cut off from the outside world, and denied a visit, phone calls, and then even letters, and then they killed him. Even after that, they abused his body, he said. As Navalny's team alleges, the body was held in order to pressure the family into agreeing to hold a private funeral. The Kremlin has rejected any allegations of involvement in Navalny's death. Navalnaya also said she was concerned that police will crack down on mourners at the funeral on Friday. More than 400 people were detained at makeshift memorials for Navalny across the 32 Russian cities, according to the Human Rights Monitoring Group OVD Info. CNN's Anna Chernova contributed to this report.